Hey folks, welcome back to Uneven Lifecast. Today's guest is a living proof that vision is not just about what you see, it's about what you feel as well. She's a fine artist painting Tasmanian landscapes so vividly that you can actually hear the waves crash. But this is with a twist. Kataraina Koroheke is legally blind. Let's all welcome together Kataraina.
Thank you. I'm happy to be your fourth guest ever. It's awesome to be on a new podcast, even doing a podcast. I've never done a podcast before.
Okay.
So this is amazing.
Yeah.
It feels pretty chill. Yeah.
This is our first podcast as well. I mean, as a series.
As a series.
Yeah. But
are you doing it in series?
We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we go.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, like I said, welcome.
Thank
First
you.
question I wanted to ask you is, how was your day today? What'd you get up to?
My day today?
Yeah.
Well, it was pretty much preparing for this podcast. I usually go for a walk first thing in the mornings just to like ground myself. And it's a beautiful day here.
Yeah.
But it will gradually get colder as the afternoon goes. That's how it's been. But, just enjoy the sun while it's out. And, I'm having a good day. Yeah.
That's great. No, it's been a really beautiful day as well. So
Yeah.
so glad to have been coming out and exploring a little bit of Avondale as well, which is 15 minutes, did you say, drive to Launceston?
Yeah, about 10, 15 minute
15
drive,
minutes drive to
into
Launceston.
Launceston. I mean, it's really not that far at all to go and do some shopping, but also you have here in Avondale, you have the benefit of living in such a beautiful little area. Like there's not much construction or anything like that going on, which you get in Launceston. It's just lovely little hedges, people walking their dogs, and it's just beautiful trees everywhere.
Yeah.
It's easy to do probably a whole lap of Avondale because it's so small too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it sounds like a
small.
fairy tale.
It is actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like it here. I've been here for the past 2 years now. Yeah, actually it's going on 2 years, 6 months, I think.
Yeah.
And I always call this place my little sanctuary because like it feels like very homely. You have all these little old historic houses and it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a good place to come and just like have as a base. If you can like travel outside of Tasmania, obviously, because you've got you have the airport not far by. So the airport's on the highway.
Yeah.
So the airport's like only a 5-minute drive from here.
Oh.
So I could leave the island
Yeah.
if I wanted to.
In 5 minutes.
Like basically just
Yeah.
book a flight and go to the mainland.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really handy as well.
Do you do that often?
My dad, he works in Brisbane and most of my family on my dad's side is over on the Sunshine Coast. So I actually like to visit there maybe at least once a year now. So I've made it a sort of tradition where I hire out like an Airbnb and my dad drives up from Brisbane and we just like chill out on the Sunshine Coast, like somewhere nice. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. So I do have a bit of a structure going on with the questions and all that.
Yes.
So we'll dabble into that and we'll see how we. Yeah. Great. Wanted to talk about your childhood.
Yeah.
What do you remember? And so it was in New Zealand, I gather.
Yeah. So the first 5 years of my life, I was in New Zealand growing up. So I was born in Hamilton. And so I left to Australia when I was about 5 years old with my mum and dad. And we flew over to Brisbane and lived there for a while.
Right.
And I also lived in Traralgon briefly. Then we moved to Tasmania. And I have been living in Tasmania for about, so I moved to Tasmania when I was 10 with my mum. So now I'm 34, so that's some maths that I have to do.
14
14 years.
Yeah,
14 years.
Yeah.
I have been back to like Brisbane to live for like 2-3 years here and there, but like mostly lived in Tasmania and became a local.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just fell in love with the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you remember anything around Hamilton
Oh,
during that 5-year period?
yeah, brief little moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember that I found a hedgehog on the road once. That was super random, and I sort of poked it with my foot, and it freaked me out because it moved.
Yeah.
And what else do I remember? So I'm very creative. I used to grab my mum's lipsticks and draw all over the walls with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a thing that I did a lot,
Yeah.
drawing on the walls, which I used to get in trouble for, yeah.
Mm.
But I think that's where I started off my artistic career, is drawing on the walls with lipstick.
Yeah. That sounds fun.
Yeah, and throwing crystal down the stairs. So what I remember is that I was probably a little bit of a rebel when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and playing with my cousins and just stuff like that. Yeah.
And then you moved to Brisbane, did you say, after?
Yeah.
That was the first place
Yes.
that you moved from Hamilton.
Yeah.
And then you lived in Brisbane for about 2 years, did you say?
It felt like it was under a year. It was very brief. I can't remember a lot from that time. Neither can I remember a lot from Traugen either. Because I was under 10, and usually like my life was just playing and being a kid. So yeah, most of my memories are very much here in Tasmania, growing up in Ulverston, which is on the northwest coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, 14 years and counting. You've, would you say, explored much of Tasmania?
Yes. One of my favourite things to do is go on country drives, and that's what my mum's side of the family would do. We would go out and go for country drives along the coast of Tasmania. Camping was a big deal. We did a lot of camping. One of my favourite places was Crayfish Creek, East Coast. Lots of different places that I have been. So it's like very much been a part of my life is going out country drives and going camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's, and then, so I think that's how I formed such a deep connection with nature through that. Yeah.
And, yeah, that's been part of your growing up as well, or like the times that you've spent here.
It's been very integral. And another thing we used to do a lot of is go to the beach in the summertime.
Yeah.
And go swimming and spend days at the beach. My mum was very much like a person that liked to go to the beach a lot. So I used to tag along, and I absolutely loved the water, and I could spend just hours at the beach and just climbing on rocks and everything. So it was like those are my happiest memories as a kid, being at the beach, going camping and bushwalking, of course, all that. It's always been something that has stuck with me, like as a grounding thing.
Right.
Yeah.
There's so much to explore as well. It looks little on the map, but yeah.
I know. So the thing is with Tasmania, the East Coast is so different from the West Coast.
Oh, yes.
West Coast is like wild and rugged.
Yep.
And then the East Coast is, it's a little bit, you had places with white sand, like you got Honeymoon Bay, which is really cute, Coles Bay, Wineglass Bay, all these beautiful places that's so different from the West Coast.
From the West, yes.
But like almost the same at the same time, because you get similar rocks, and the orange lichen is really popular everywhere you go along the coastline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the Bay of Fire kind of?
Bay of Fire, Bay of Fire. That's
the
East
rock,
Coast,
that's
and it's the orange lichen is very kind of prevalent there.
That side of the state. Okay, so that's I can see how the vibrancy in your work sort of comes through, because you've been exploring so much throughout your stay or your journey.
True. As you can see, I don't really keep to the realism when it comes to to color. So my paintings are not super realistic. They're a little bit more vibrant and a little bit edging on psychedelic.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that because I love color, and I never want any of my paintings to be boring. I want them to exude as much color as possible because that's what sort of conveys emotion.
Yeah.
Makes people connect to the beauty of nature of a scene.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can see, like, even here, like even in the cafe that we were putting your work at,
Yes.
people would appreciate it so much more when it's out there and they could have a look
Yes.
so close to it,
It's
and
nice.
eventually they would buy it. But I can see what you're saying, like
Yes.
the waters, the
Yeah.
feeling, the
And
energy
make
that
a painting more vibrant. It's easier for my eyes to see.
right.
Yeah, to see the colors and the contrast. Contrast really helps with my eyesight. So I like to make paintings bright and exciting, but also for people to be able to tell what they are. Like they're able to tell if I'm painting Mount Roland, it looks like Mount Roland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that connects us with the actual the scene of where I'm painting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So our next thing was your creative realm. Where do you think that sort of started from? I know you said the lipstick on the walls. That could be the first step towards the whole
Yeah.
creative
Yeah.
space that you've created.
That's true. And I've always had a really overactive mind and imagination. Like
Yeah.
I'm somebody who dreams a lot.
Ah.
If I'm not, and it takes me a long time to get to sleep. So when I was a child, I would stay up and draw, and my mum would let me draw because it would be no point getting me off to bed. I wouldn't be able to because my mind is just one that doesn't like to wind down very easily. I have a lot of thoughts and imagination. I've always been very creative. So I think it started when I was a child. I come from a creative family background on my father's side.
Right.
I have a lot of like actors, graphic designers on that side of the family. They are all very creative people. So I think part of it is my genetics and another part is just my love for creating. It gives me an outlet for my mind that is always like reeling. Yeah.
No. Was there like a moment where you sort of thought, "Oh wow, I can do this," like as a profession?
I put it off for a long time. I did try to go into IT and coding. Because,
Oh really?
yeah, because I was like, well, this is a job that typically people are looking to hire people in.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I went into that and I couldn't do it because like it just didn't feel right. I knew that I wanted to go to TAFE and do art, but I thought, well, let's be practical. Let's do a practical course so that I can get a job. But I lasted like maybe 6 months.
Oh yeah.
And around that time, my eyesight was just the worst. I was on a waiting list to get a cornea transplant because I have keratoconus, and I've had it since I was 16 years old. It's a genetic condition. However, mine is worse. So, like, my eyes are worse than on my father's side of the family. It's called advanced keratoconus. And, yeah, it's just, I think certain proteins in the cornea break down and they, what happens instead of having a nice smooth cornea where it's like nice and smooth, mine bulges out. So my cornea loses integrity. And this affects the way I see light and color in the way that everything looks like it's underwater to me. You know, it's that type of blurry. Typically, the closer things come to my eyes, the better I can see them. But like something, so maybe about 30 centimeters out, it looks like I'm looking underwater. So it's very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the question? Because I went off on a tangent just then.
I did. It was well. It started from what was the point where you thought you'd go for a creative line of profession, but I did. That was that was my next thing to come about.
Okay,
to
well,
talk
that was
about as
all
well.
part of. So that my visual impairment actually was part of the reason why I went into a more creative career pursuit, because I thought, well, I'm losing, like, I have pretty bad vision. I may as well just embrace what I want to do now, because, like, at the time I didn't really know what to do because I was just out of college. No, I wasn't. Yeah, I was just out of college, and had to quit my job. I was a checkout chick at Chicken Feed. I couldn't see the cash register numbers anymore. It was too blurry.
Yeah.
And then I was in this like liminal space of what do I do with my life? Like, where do I go from here? So that's when I tried the IT thing. Didn't work. I did a general bachelor of what was it? So I did a university course to see what I might want to do as well. And it all sort of came to a head where I was just like, I'll just go to TAFE and I'll do this visual arts course. And because, like, why not? Like, not many things were going well in my life at that time. And I thought, well, art has always been a sort of therapy for me. It's saved me from quite a few things, like emotionally. So I thought, well, I'll just go and do it. What the hell? You know, what do I have to lose? Like, I don't know what else to do with my life.
Ah.
Yeah.
So, did you say at 16 was when you were diagnosed?
Yeah. So at 16, my eyesight gradually started getting worse, like declining.
Right.
And
Did you know by then that you had this condition, or
no,
it's only
it all
when
sort
you
of
went?
happened around then. So right. I ended up going to a specialist.
You're right.
He diagnosed me with keratoconus because I was no longer able to like see to do small things, like just even put my eyeliner on and see the cash register. My eyesight started getting very blurry, probably in a space of 4 to 6 months, gradually. So I had to go to a specialist, and then I was eventually put on a waiting list, which took over a year to get me in and get a cornea transplant,
Right.
which was successful.
Yeah.
I had to keep the stitches in for a very long period of time. I think it was about a year.
Yeah.
The cornea transplant was successful in the way that my eye did not reject the cornea, but it did not make my vision any better either. Yeah, that was the problem. My eye, so it's different for everybody who has keratoconus. My eyesight didn't improve, and it also went back to the way it was before, even with the cornea transplant.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how did the doctors explain that?
Just basically how I just told you just then, your eye has gone back to how it was before, and you might need to look into hard contact lenses, which has been a very long road because my eyes are not only do they not work well, but they're very sensitive and they get very dry and very irritated quickly, and these contact lenses are hard like glass, so it hasn't been very successful. These days, like recently I took a visit to the specialist. These days they're doing a thing where they're 3D scanning corneas, so they 3D scan your own print 3D print your own cornea and stitch it onto your eye. So I'm looking at that right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Although I'm quite nervous because with the actual transplant, it caused more damage to my eye than did good because of the scarring. So, and also my eyesight's gotten a little bit worse in that eye, so I'm just like a little bit worried.
Wow, that sounds,
There's a lot of complications when it comes to something as complex as the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Wow, yeah, I was just trying to gather all that. So you were diagnosed, and then so before that, were you
Oh,
able to function? Everything was fine,
yeah,
and
I
then at one
had
point,
perfect vision.
yeah,
And then at one point, my vision just started declining and declining. And
you had to go to the doctor.
yeah, I had to go to the specialist, and they, let me know I had advanced keratoconus. And at that point, I wasn't quite sure how to move on to the next step in my life, because I just finished my schooling, and I was just like, well, how do I work? Like, what do I do next? And I just didn't know what to do with myself. So that's how I eventually ended up doing the TAFE course in visual arts. And I stayed there, and I was there for 3-4 years doing my diploma in visual arts.
Mm-hmm. So you say it's advanced keratoconus.
Yeah.
So was there a chance where if it was detected, say beforehand,
Yes.
was there a chance of it correcting?
There's a laser treatment that you can get.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not laser, but that's what they call it. It's called cross-linking, and it is something that if you detect it earlier on, it may slow down the process or stop the process altogether.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. So,
So-
but if you're in the advanced stage,
Yeah, if you're in the advanced stage, it's more difficult. I have one eye worse than the other, so my right eye is worse than the left eye, and I had cross-linking done in my left eye. So it hasn't gotten any worse in my left eye. So it's just my right eye is like, it was too far gone.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's that's a
It's
lot.
a lot to deal with at an
Yeah.
early age. And being a teenager, thinking about my eyes just wasn't like something that I thought I'd ever have to do, like thinking about my health in that way.
Mm.
So it was a big shock to me, and I felt like very alone in it, because I was going through it, and it was difficult for me, because I sort of didn't want to be a person that was dealing with these type of problems. I wanted to just like be excelling at life. Like, I love to do my best in everything I do.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get on with life, live my life. And then I had this thing like that I had to deal with all the time, my eyes, and it was like a big thing, because, it's being legally blind is like, it affects your life in every single way.
Yes.
And then
no,
being like creative
Mm-hmm.
and liking painting, and that being my source of sort of therapy,
Yeah.
that's how I dealt with my problems in life, and grounded myself is through my artwork, expressing myself in that way. So like, it was very difficult. I used to draw, so I was a drawer.
Yeah.
And I didn't see any way else to go until I started painting. And I'm like, oh, painting, I can do painting because I can see it.
Mm.
It's like much larger format.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That helps if you're making a bigger painting.
Yeah.
You're able to see it a little bit better,
Yes.
right?
And
Then,
also, with my drawings, they were more detailed. With paintings, they don't have to be like spot on detailed. I used to like to do like portraiture paintings.
Right.
I mean, drawings.
Yep.
Like sketches,
Mhm.
like realistic sketches. However, it's not something I can do anymore, because all the focusing that amount of energy into something is just like gives me eye strain and headaches and everything. But with a painting, I can work on it for like a couple of months. It's a bigger surface space, and I can superimpose like people onto them. So
Yep.
like they're not small.
Yep.
So it's just an easier way,
Mhm.
and it's I think in a way better than my hyper realistic drawings that I used to do, because I feel like it's a better medium for people to enjoy. So it actually was a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely like looking at your paintings.
Yeah.
I haven't seen your drawings, but I can see like the inspiration or the details that you've already sort of mastered it.
Yeah.
You know, with the drawings,
Thank you.
and then bring it along to your paintings.
Yeah, thanks.
It's vivid. It's so much details in
Yeah.
it as well. That's why it's so fascinating that you having this condition and being able to put out these detailed and vividly colored work.
Thank you.
It's-
Yeah, well, I have the canvas right up to my face like this.
Yes, no,
But
that's
yeah.
what I'm looking at as well. Like
Yeah.
it's you know, like every painting has its own story, and it of course
Thank
has its own title.
Yeah.
And you know, the day I saw your paintings and learned about the story briefly, I was fascinated.
Thank you.
It's like, wow, this story needs to be celebrated or told, or you know, be let out.
Oh,
a
thank
lot of
you.
people needs to know this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's completely fascinating, and
Yeah.
you know, finding out about the condition, and yeah, your journey as well.
Thank you.
And continuing. Yes, there's lots more to come as well. So
Yeah, yeah.
but wow, so you did work at a cash register,
Yeah, I did.
and then you
My first
thought
job.
about getting into IT
IT.
as well.
Yeah.
And this was after you were diagnosed with the condition.
Yes. Yes.
But then you chose to, you chose the creative way.
I chose to embrace my passion
Right.
and not run away from it for once.
Yeah, yeah.
And actually try and give it a go, you know.
Uh-huh.
Because I felt at the time I had nothing to lose, really. And that worked out. Yeah.
So was the study bit when you were in TAFE, did you say? Right?
Yeah, over in Devonport, I was at the Devonport TAFE
Right.
for about 4 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that phase difficult for you?
Yeah, it was difficult.
Because you got to learn, you got to be able to sort of do your practicals as well, you know, like your
That's
sketches
true.
and strokes and all that kind of stuff. So
That's true.
how did you manage that, all that?
Well, so the teachers and everything, the teachers were very understanding of my condition, and I did most of my practical through computer, where I could I could blow things up much bigger for me to see, and I had technology that could read for me, so that made it much easier for me. So I had a few like reading devices
Right.
that really helped.
Yeah.
Now I can do things with my phone. So the way that I paint a painting, I usually take photos and sketch it out roughly. And I'll use my phone. I'll keep my phone in my hand with a reference photo, and I'll just like use that as a reference as I'm painting. And I can zoom in very, very closely to things. And so I've found a lot of ways around my struggles.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've had this for a very long time now, and through all that time, I've just found ways around doing things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the teachers over at the TAFE was just always so understanding, and I was there for 3-4 years. 4 years. So it took me twice as long to do that course than anybody else
Right.
because I was so slow with it.
Yeah, yeah.
But they were understanding and very, very helpful. Yeah.
Did you ever encounter anyone with a similar condition who is pursuing the similar kind of profession pathways at all?
Not in Tasmania.
Not in Tasmania?
No.
Overseas or in the mainland?
Yeah, I looked up a few artists that have eye conditions, like an eye cancer or something like that.
Yeah.
And they were painting in like textured paint, And yeah, so I did look into it a little bit, but a lot of artists, even like Vincent van Gogh, had an eye
I
condition
was
where they
getting to that.
saw,
Yeah,
where they used to see like halos around things. And I'm very inspired by that. And Monet had an eye condition for the latter part of his life as well.
Yeah.
So these guys really do inspire me
Uh-huh.
with that. However, I for me, I just stay in my lane type. You know, like I just do things my own way. I've always been like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Just,
brings your character, your personality as well. It
yeah.
shows, yeah.
See, I am inspired by other artists, but I'm more inspired by music personally.
Oh, really?
I love different types of music.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
jump from pop to hard rock to techno. Music is my inspiration.
Right.
Yeah, I wish I was a musician. If I wasn't an artist, I would have been a musician for sure.
Right. Still creating.
Yeah, still creating.
Yeah.
I love music. I think it's the closest thing to magic you can get. But yeah,
Wow. That's big.
because it makes people feel things.
That's true.
Yeah,
Express.
express and
Yeah.
also just feel things. And that's what I try to do with my art.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to do is connect people to nature more and just the simple things in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and take them into my world when I'm going country driving or camping or something, like just, because the world these days can be quite overwhelming. And I found the best way to deal with that is to go out in nature. And that's why, and also my artwork, creating art. So if I can create art that depicts nature, I feel like that's a good way to connect people to, it's just something peaceful
Yeah.
and to show what really matters.
That sort of works like like music as well. It's expressive.
Exactly.
And the strokes, the colors that you use.
Yeah,
So,
just a different medium.
yeah.
Yeah,
It has its own story.
that's right. Yeah.
Was there any doubts that you felt when you started the journey? Because obviously, yes, you have a big challenge with the condition.
Yes.
Yeah, was there a doubt where you were like, can I do this?
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
moment?
Oh, yeah.
You did.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
How do you deal with it?
The doubt? Well, not such a big problem these days because part of the way that I dealt with that doubt is that I started selling canvas prints of my artwork because a lot of people like my art. I just couldn't get it fast enough out into the world because it takes me like 2-3 months to paint a single painting sometimes.
Yeah.
So people waiting on a painting, it's taking me forever. I didn't think I could make anything out of this because it's only a one-person show and I'm visually impaired. So it takes me so much longer to make a painting and put it out into the world. So selling canvas prints of my original paintings was sort of a way of being able to get more of my artwork out into the world and make a real thing out of this.
Yep.
So that put me at ease a little bit because I was like, oh, finally, something I can do where I can share my art with a larger amount of people, and I do now these days. I sell a lot of my prints internationally, and that's I say all the time that my prints have made it out into the world like faster than I have.
Yeah.
I have not. I've wanted to travel to like places like Spain and America, like these types of places. New Zealand, I have quite a few paintings over there. I have been back, but like, you know what I mean? My paintings get to travel more than I do, and I would love to travel more.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so that was part of sort of the solution to dealing with that doubt. But yeah, a lot of doubt to begin with, and it was just a struggle, you know. I've done like a lot of cleaning jobs, housekeeping, that type of work too. So yeah.
Right. And did it come organically, the selling of the canvases, or did you go through like a agent or who had to give you like a structure going, hey, do this, and then that's the next step, or did you do that all yourself?
I talked to other artists, local artists, and just put together. So I knew that I wanted to sell canvas prints of my artwork,
Right.
and I talked with an artist. Can't remember the name, but I talked with an artist that was already doing that.
Yep.
And I thought, oh, that's kind of, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I set up a website myself. Oh my God,
Yourself?
myself.
Did
So
you
I
design
went
that?
through Shopify,
Oh, right.
set up a Shopify,
Yep,
but
yep.
I did all the other stuff like, putting my product up
Yep.
and just like the layout and everything through Shopify.
Right.
And just me doing that,
Yeah.
because I've never done anything like that before, was very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very. So a lot of my customer base actually came from Facebook buy and sells because I would make posts up. I would join different buy and sells all over Australia
Yeah.
and even the world.
Right.
And then just advertise myself through posting on buy and sells. And I actually got quite a few customers, and just by doing that, setting up a business page.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oh, wow.
And so back in 2020, I set up my Shopify account and started I hired a photographer taking professional photos
Yeah.
of my paintings, and that's how I started getting prints is through there. And I also found a really good canvas printing agency here in Australia, so to work with, and that's what I've been doing ever since, and improving upon that. Because when I started out, it was like I only had like 3-4 prints up on my site. Now I have 52 prints up on my site, and I started only about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a lot. And so in the beginning, when I started my website and started selling canvas prints, I only had 3 or 4, like I told you. So I had sold quite a few prints before then.
Yeah.
So I travelled around Tasmania and asking, well, beforehand I asked people, but the people who own my paintings, I would take them to my photographer to get photographs so I could make prints of them. And I would just give them a free print or something just to say thank you. But everybody was like so lovely about it.
Yeah.
And they were very supportive.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it just meant a lot. So I was able to get more prints on a bit later on. But it took me traveling around Tasmania to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a struggle.
Yeah. This stuff doesn't come easy.
Yes. No. I mean,
that's life though.
Facebook buy and sell really works.
Yeah. So like a lot of artists don't do this. They actually go onto like specific art pages to promote their artwork.
Yeah.
But just go on your basic local buy and sell and introduce yourself. Put a few artworks up, and people will like follow your page if you put the link, or they'll contact you via a message. And that's actually how I got my ABC interview. Is I advertised in Bruny Island buy and sell.
Yeah.
And a journalist picked me up from there and was like, "Oh, can I interview you?" So Facebook buy and sell.
Hey,
Nobody thought of that.
this is a great tip for all the artists that are looking to, say, go out there and give a bit of exposure of their own work. You can do that in buy and sell as well. And then Shopify.
Yeah, and you got to have a thick skin though, because there's some people on Facebook buy and sells that will like really, they will, really judge your artwork.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What would they do?
It can be brutal.
Yeah, they'd ask questions and stuff like.
They'll be like a 5-year-old could have painted that.
Oh, really?
You get some pretty,
God.
you just got to, it's always that one person though. You just have to ignore them. Yeah, it's always that one person.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, always and you just got to like ignore it. And you have to sort of actually expect there to be at least one or two nasty comments. You just always have to, because like
Nincompoops.
that's Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am on Instagram. I haven't gained the traction I have on Instagram, probably because there's no buy and sell.
Yeah, true. They
Yeah.
have a shop though, I think, Instagram shop where you can
Yeah.
tag the price
Yeah,
on
I
your
do have
artworks and
that.
stuff that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just Facebook buy and sell has my demographic on it. It seems that like a lot of people from their like mid to late 30s and upwards really enjoy my artwork,
Yeah.
which is really cool. Yeah.
We talked about doubts.
Mm.
I wanted to talk about any kind of discouragement that you had from, so say, like the person who was on Facebook going, a 5-year-old can do that. That's the kind of, you're subjected to discouragement kind of thing. So was there a lot of that through the journey, or do you still?
Not as much as I thought there would be. It's only, there's always only the odd person that does it, and then there's a lot of supporters. I've been really lucky. Even when I was at TAFE, I had a lot of encouragement and support, because art has kind of come quite naturally to me.
Right.
Even visually impaired, I can knock out a decent looking painting, which is like really awesome.
Yeah.
So that's why I knew that this was my path, because even with my visual impairment and all the doubts that I have had, I've received a lot of support in this avenue, creative avenue, and I've just like, I have a really big love for painting. So like, I think my love for painting has really gotten me through a lot of the struggles that I have had. Yeah, and the one person doesn't even bother me. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It kind of is amusing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, you always get that one person, huh?
Yeah, and they're just so hurt by what, like, I'm just putting my art out there and they're like saying something negative. Why? Like,
Just trolls.
yeah, it's just, it's really sad, man.
It
Like,
is.
really sad. They must really not have a good life if they're doing that.
True. They do it for the attention as well, I guess, because
Yeah.
obviously one would react if those kind of comments come to
Yeah, I
their-
just straight out blocked them.
There you go.
Or a few people actually come to my defense, and I just leave it there just to see if it creates
up
more
to- yeah.
if it creates more like engagement.
Yeah.
I use
That
it
would
for
be
engagement.
good for the exposure as well. Like your art, your art's
Yeah.
just there, your post, and then in the comment section, there's a whole war going on.
Exactly. I use it for the engagement
Yeah.
sometimes, and it's cool.
That would be, yeah. I mean, I do actually get pigeonholed into the comment section rather than the piece of art that I was actually drawn into. Once you have
Yes.
a look and then you go to the comment section, whoa, there's a whole war going on about, hey, this is this is that, and the other person comes
Yeah.
out and goes, no, what about this?
Yeah,
No,
I
you're
mean,
wrong.
like, social media sort of perpetuates that drama.
Yep.
So why not use it to your advantage?
True. And it keeps you anonymous as well. Like people who actually comment that kind of comments are not from their original profile. They create like a fake profile and then go nasty.
Oh, some
So
of these
people-
people use their actual profile with their actual
Actual ones
faces
as
on
well.
it. And I'm like, wow, the audacity. They have their kids in their photos and everything.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Man. I can't imagine
Yeah,
people
me neither.
people doing that. And imagine coming face to face with them as well.
I doubt they would say anything if you were face to face with them. And if they did, it's like, so what? Like, okay. Well done.
Yeah. Well done being a prick.
Yeah.
Do you have a, painting that you were proud of? at first and had a look and be like, hey, this is quite a catch. Is there a painting that you were actually really proud of?
Yes. So I painted a painting called Golden Moments back in 2020
Right.
when we were going through all the COVID stuff,
Right.
and all I wanted to do was escape.
Yeah.
And this painting was of a girl sitting, she was in her camping spot, sitting, just having like her sitting in her favorite spot, having a gin.
Having a gin.
Yeah, she was having a gin and tonic.
Right.
And she had a little tent set up on the side.
Yeah.
And she was just looking out to the ocean amongst all these trees and animals. And she was just kicking back, having a gin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted at that time. Actually, I was so lucky. I was over at Sisters Beach living at the time. So it wasn't too bad. I came to Launceston back in 2020 to go to university,
Right.
and do visual arts at university. And I did that for like about 6 months.
Yeah.
I thought after TAFE, the next step was to go to university and study Bachelor of Arts.
Yeah.
So I did that for about 6 months until all the courses went online. And so I was painting. I had a student accommodation at the time, and I was painting in my apartment. And sometimes I had people visit or whatever, and they're like, "Why are you here?
Oh, really?
You can paint. Clearly, you can paint. Why are you doing this course?
Oh.
Like, you know how to do it."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I started thinking, well, rather than working out debt, maybe I should just make a career out of it now, because everything's going online. I'm not going to get any value out of this course, and I don't know how long this is going to happen for, the whole COVID thing. So maybe I should just dip out and start selling prints and start my own business, start putting my prints and my artwork in different venues around Tasmania, which I've achieved. Rather than accumulating debt through doing another course, maybe I should start making money,
Right.
which would be really good for me as an artist, as I go in that direction if I already know what I'm doing, which I sort of felt like I was confident enough to start doing,
Was that true, though? Did you not have any valuables come out of the course?
I started making friends. That was nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Friends.
Yeah.
But like a lot of it was very how do I put it? Look, we were doing like manifestos. So a lot of it was intellectual. So you're intellectualizing art in a way. And I already sort of done all that, like at TAFE for the last 3-4 years. I felt like I had enough knowledge on art. I just thought that going to uni was a sort of good way to network.
Right.
I was thinking of it as a network opportunity.
Yeah. Just
the next step up.
Yeah.
But like I can do that just how I am already, just by going to events.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I felt like I didn't need to accumulate debt, and I already had sort of accumulated the skills I need to make a good go of it already. But it took me going to TAFE for 6 months to figure that out.
Right. Yeah. So sorry, going back to it, was the evening? No, the sunset. What was the name of the?
Golden Moments.
Golden Moments.
Yeah,
sorry.
that's my favorite painting.
That's your favorite painting.
My
and you're
favorite.
proud of it too.
Oh, I don't even know how I painted it. I must have been in some sort of trance. It's just the colors are really beautiful.
Yeah.
It does give off like a golden ambience. It's
Is
one of those paintings.
Is it on the website?
Yes.
It is on the website.
Yes.
People who wanted to check out, that's the paint she's very proud of.
Yeah. And I mean, it's probably not technically one of my best paintings.
Best paintings, yeah.
But like to me, it means a lot. And technically, I think it's one of my best paintings. But I don't know. Other people might not feel that way.
Yeah.
It's very subjective art.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, yes, it's the one that does it for me. And it was actually a impulsive painting where I didn't have any real plan for it.
Right.
So I just painted it out of my own sort of inner world onto the canvas. I didn't have anything to go by, you know, like reference photos that I'd taken myself. It was just something I threw together
Wow.
and actually landed.
Yeah.
That's always a good feeling as an artist. Yeah.
Do you sort of, I don't know what it's called, but, you know, I'm thinking more along the lines of method. You know, if you have a character, like you said on the painting,
Yes.
there's a lady making love to her gin. And that line I wanted to use because I recently found out about this song called Piano Man by Billy Joel.
Yes, that's a great song.
And one of the line he says was making love to his gin and soda.
Yeah, I am a gin and tonic
You're a gin person
girl.
too?
I love gin.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite drinks. Yeah.
And is that because you love gin that the painting girl was also having gin?
Oh yeah, the girl in the painting is me.
Oh,
kicking
right,
back
there
with
you
the
go.
gin.
Yeah.
Yeah, or she's blonde, but like, you know what I mean. It's like symbolically me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Huh.
So like, I can't think of anything better than to kick back with my favorite gin, like looking at the ocean amongst nature with animals and stuff. Like
Right.
that's my happy place. She could have had some music nearby, like a little JBL speaker.
Yeah.
But yeah, she had her little tent, and no one was around. No motherfucker was around. So like, that's how I want to be.
As well.
Yeah.
There you go. Would you be open if a gin company wanted to sponsor you and you do some work for them?
100%.
Hey, there you go.
100%.
Gin, man.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
Local Tasmanian gin. I would be happy to do some illustrations. That would be cool. Yeah.
And give you supply of gin.
Yes.
Lifetime.
Please don't tempt me. No.
But no, it's good to know. Do you paint when you're, say, having a gin or a wine? No, you can't.
No, I'm too sensitive.
Yeah.
I'm a very sensitive person. Like if I have any sort of drink, it's afterwards.
Yeah.
It's after.
After
It's
your
a
work.
reward type thing. It's not something I can paint and drink because like my eyesight's already really bad, and when I have a drink, it gets worse. So I keep it right away when I'm painting. That's like my focus time, and I like it that way. So generally, when I'm painting and I'm in a flow state, where I'm just flowing with the painting, I'm listening to music or I'm listening to a podcast. Yeah.
All right. Maybe this one for the next paint.
Yeah, if I'm interesting enough.
Nah, you do.
Thank you.
You're definitely interesting. That's why we traveled all this way.
I know,
because
that's so
you are
sweet.
super interesting.
So sweet, yeah.
Also, what emotions do you tap into while you're creating?
Creating.
Yeah. That's,
Usually, so high energy. I like high energy music when I am painting because it brings my energy up. I like high energy, but actually it depends on my mood at the time. Sometimes it can be just really relaxed and focused. Or I could be absolutely reeling in my head and I'm just trying to be relaxed and focused on the surface, but I'm just really actually I allow myself just to be sometimes, you know, as long as the paintbrush is hitting the canvas and I'm applying paint onto the canvas, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
You know, because I do treat it as a job. But like if it's going really well with the painting, I'm happy. If it's not working, then I'm just not. I'm probably swearing. Yeah. So like, it's like with anything that you do, things can work out sometimes, things can not work out sometimes. It's just the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with the emotion I'm putting into the painting,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about how other people will perceive it, not just myself. So how other people will feel when they're looking at it. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking about that, and I'm thinking about how I feel about the painting. So I'm thinking about how other people are feeling about the painting and how I'm feeling about the painting and how I want it to be perceived by myself and others, not just myself.
Wow, that's a lot to pack though. Huh?
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on me,
Yeah.
but I'm cool with that. That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, I like a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My God, I can't even imagine. Like you already have, not to be disrespectful, but you said like an underwater vision, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, to be able to get that, uh, yeah, that perception of yourself, and then to be able to give the viewers that what you have in your head, to put that on the canvas itself. Yeah, that's a lot of work.
It's
And it's
extremely
not just
difficult.
visuals or strokes, it's mental as well, like your
Yeah.
perception,
It is.
what
And
you're
it's
thinking.
emotional.
Yeah, and emotional. Yeah, that was the question. Emotion. So there's a lot of emotion that you bring into a canvas.
Yes.
But do you have, say, like you're making a painting or a canvas with say like a sad expression or a sad emotion that you work with? Do you ever get that, or is it always like a uplifting music? That's how it comes along. That's how it starts. Or do you go, oh, I want to make this sad expression?
Yeah. See, so with my more sadder, gloomier paintings, I usually paint them for myself. And they're more personal. I don't put them into my Tasmanian landscape. I mean, you could say some of my paintings are more rainy, but I try to like exude as much joy, peace, all the things that are the antidote to feeling sad. It's a medicine.
Yeah.
My paintings are meant to make you feel connected with nature, happy, at peace.
Yeah.
They're meant to be a type of medicine.
Yeah.
And I find that it's like a sort of transmutation of those sadder emotions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. And okay. Yeah. But then, yeah, the thing I was trying to ask was, so you do have this premeditated state where you're gonna go, okay, this is what I wanna put on the canvas today,
Yes.
and then you approach it
Yes. So
accordingly.
most of my Tasmanian landscape paintings are places that I've been to and I've had a really good time or a good experience.
Yeah.
And it means something to me. So I take the reference photos and I come back home and I paint them because they feel special because I've had a good time there. Yeah.
And how accurate do you go? Say if you take a photo and then you put out your work, do you?
There's certain elements of the painting that I make as realistic as possible.
Yeah.
Like if I'm painting Mount Roland, I make it look like Mount Roland.
Yeah.
So there's realistic aspects.
Yeah.
And also like if there's fields in a painting, I'll make it look like fields.
Mm-hmm.
So there's aspects of the painting, elements of the painting I make look realistic.
Yeah.
But then I give myself freedom in a painting to go and do whatever I like add things like different weird coloured bushes or trees or anything. And I just go wild with the sky.
Yeah.
So I never premeditate the sky. I just let it flow however I want.
Yeah.
So I allow myself freedom with a painting, but I just get the structure down, like the skeleton of it, the composition of where things go. and make sure it flows nicely for the eyes, you
Yeah.
know, and then I just let myself go with all the rest. And that's why I guess it takes me a long time too, because I like to create. I like to create. I like to be a little bit impulsive in a painting and create different things, elements in a painting as I go to make it more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let that sort of creative energy flow through me rather than trying to force it with all my own perceptions of how it should be all the time.
Mm.
Yeah.
Another thing that is a bit, is a bit of an ignorant kind of question, is the colors.
Yes.
You obviously differentiate different colors.
Yeah.
Is there anything other than your condition that's challenging through your artistic journey?
Yeah. So very early on in my teenage stage, I was diagnosed with anxiety. So this is something that I deal with on a daily basis. Is my anxiety is pretty moderate to high. So that's something I deal with. I'm very quite hyper vigilant, and like I said, my mind is always reeling.
Yeah.
So this makes this is difficult because I have to have routine in the way that I live my life. I have to take very good care of myself and make sure, I have to do a lot of things just to get myself into the headspace to paint. Yeah, to calm myself just to paint as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Do you still go through that?
Yeah, it's been an everyday. It's never left. It's not something I have had psychologists and been through therapy, but like it's just something I deal with myself now through meditation, and I do have more of a spiritual aspect to my life now that I've implemented.
Yeah. So that's helping.
It really, really does
Yeah.
help. Yeah, I think it keeps me quite sane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, meditation's wild.
Yeah, I mean, that helps so much. And
Yeah.
I have to do so much of it just to keep myself calm. So, like, that's how I regulate my emotions too. Yeah.
I mean, you can never have too much of meditation, can you?
I don't think so. I don't think so. So this helps a lot. Meditation, journaling.
Yeah. Journaling as well.
Journaling.
Yeah.
I think my anxiety comes from like just being able to feel everything on such a deep level.
Yeah.
I have a lot of like emotional depth and empathy.
Uh-huh.
I feel everything all the time, and I think that's part of the reason why I'm a good artist.
Yeah.
But it also can work in the opposite direction if I let it. So I just
You're
have
right.
to take care of myself. I'm sensitive, and this does make a good artist, but like you got to like you got to manage it and know keep yourself grounded.
Yeah. Wow. So you do meditation and then you do journaling as well. Do you
Journaling.
read?
Yes, I do like to. I more so listen to audios, but yeah, I do.
You listen to books?
Yeah, I love to learn.
Yeah.
I'm a big one for learning, and I love everything philosophy, spirituality, psychology, everything like that. I think this helps.
So you're constantly just, say, looking for things that could make you better, so to say.
Yeah, and just a different way of thinking about things, I didn't have like the easiest upbringing. I had a bit of a shaky upbringing. My mum had me when she was 16.
Wow.
And my dad and mum, they separated when I was about 5. And then like my mother and her side of the family, they did their best, but like it was not an easy life whatsoever. Yeah.
All right. And you've come to terms with all those that have happened in the past, and
well, that's what part of my journey has been about.
Yeah.
Is dealing with difficult situations that happened in my past, and seeing them from a different perspective, and just knowing that these a lot of situations that happen in my life actually contributed to me being just a better person these days.
Yeah.
Even though it's been difficult. Yeah, I've it's been like a bit of an initiation into like, I don't know, becoming who I am today. Yeah.
And you
so-
said, well, it's been almost a year since you found out about the therapies that you self-dabble into, which is meditation and then journaling and all that. What were you
Yeah.
doing before that? Was there anything else that...
I was sort of a bit lost for a while, where I was trying psychology, counseling, looking at different anxiety medications and trying them.
Right.
I was like sort of a bit lost,
Yeah.
trying to find ways of managing my anxiety.
Mm.
But I found the best for me is to meditate. That's really helped a lot. Like,
Yeah.
breath work is another one that I really like to do.
Oh, yeah.
And also just looking after myself
Yeah.
and having boundaries is really bloody good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too many gins.
No, actually, I just keep the gins for like occasions these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's part of taking care of yourself as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not too much drinking, just eating healthy,
Yeah.
eating clean, and yeah.
Meditating.
Yeah, my daily walks really help as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, daily walks and nature.
Yeah.
Just like being out in nature really grounds me. And that's how it connects so well with my art, is
Yeah.
because, yeah, it's always helped me. But like, and getting older too makes you wiser. So like, I just know a lot of stuff now. And
Yeah.
a lot of the things that I used to be anxious about just doesn't make any sense to me anymore.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that's
And-
good.
You're in such a beautiful part of the world as well,
Yeah,
just
it's
living
my
in
sanctuary.
Evandale, you know. That probably helps a lot too.
Yeah, yeah, and I get to do what I love every day, and also I have like, I love animals, so if I get to be around animals, I'm happy too. So like, I have a really, I have a good connection with animals.
Yeah.
That's all I can say about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there, this is what I perceive, thinking about, you know, you are visually impaired, as
Yes.
they say.
Yes.
The other senses, does that sort of bring or boost the sensitiveness? Say, like, you know, if you're
Yeah. So
if
like
you're
hearing is,
yeah,
is
you're
my hearing better?
your feeling, or
Yeah.
you know, your senses, all the
So like, I've always already been a sensitive person. That's how I was built. I don't know. So I don't know if it makes my other senses better, or I've always just been like that anyway. Maybe my hearing, like, yeah, probably my hearing.
yeah.
Yeah,
So you can
I can hear really well.
yeah. What's you if you had to give an example of my hearing's better than yours kind of situation, what would you say? Like, I can hear, say, 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers away,
Well,
Or-
you know,
something like that. Would you have a story?
do I have a story? Oh, well, I don't want to incriminate myself.
No, no,
Listening into other people's conversations.
no. I mean, say you can hear, say, a siren or an ambulance coming,
Yeah.
but others who are around you can't hear it.
Oh, like
is that kind of story? Is there one?
Sometimes I can hear loud pitches, like louder pitches than other people can hear, like louder tones. And I'll be like, "Can you hear that?" And they're like, "No, I can't hear that." I'm like, "Oh, I can hear that really well." And normal noises sound louder to me than other noises. Like those noises would sound to a normal person. So like if there's like my fridge is really loud right now, I can hear that really, really well, and it kind of drives me crazy. and other people are like cool with it.
Yeah.
So like normal sounds that would annoy other people
Yeah.
just sound really bloody loud to me.
Yeah.
And I'm more jumpier because of that. Because if there's like a sudden noise, I jump easier because it's louder to me, I think.
Yeah. And how do you have a system to deal with that, or do you just
I just no, I don't have a system to deal with everything yet.
you're
I
still
just
figuring
deal with
out?
it. Yeah, some things I just like, well, that's life. And that's sort of my philosophy. It is what it is, you know, that's life. And that really helps me get through.
Yeah.
That can really annoy people, that is what it is statement, but like it's really actually helpful for me.
Yeah. I mean,
It's an acceptance of what is.
true.
Yeah.
And that's sort of one of the steps as well to, you know, keep yourself sane, I guess, you know, to be accepting of what's there, and especially something that you can't control, that you don't have control over.
Yeah. See, you can't control everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what my mind tries to do with my anxiety. It tries to control everything that happens in my life.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of learning how to detach and let things be, not be such a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Staying motivated when things are difficult.
Ooh.
How do you do that?
Oh.
I mean, we've explored, you know.
So I try not to
meditation.
spiral is probably the first thing. Is like I can get caught up in thought loops. So I shift this by going for a walk. And that helps, moving my body, getting into nature, going for a walk. Also just journaling, that helps. So if I just give myself the space to just deal with it.
Yep.
You know, like give myself space. I do not put too much pressure on myself. I just let myself have a day sometimes where I just relax and do nothing, and I just like meditate, and that's usually what helps. It's like I eat healthy, like I have like a meat and veggies, and just look after myself, just stop everything when I get that way, and just deal with the things that are most immediately important, and then just let everything else go.
Yeah. And then you sort of get yourself ready to come back to.
Yeah, so like I find after I give myself that space, I can actually go twice as hard as at what I want to do, and I actually come back with a vengeance. So it's all good.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry anymore because like I know that once I give myself that space, and because I'm somebody where I can get drained pretty easily, so I have to manage that's why it's so good living on my own. I can just give myself that space. And it's one of the advantages of not having any children as well. It's like I can have that space, and then I'm good to go again, like with my creating my art and dealing with everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So say you've started a painting, and then just as an example.
Yeah.
And and you're not getting motivated, so to say.
Yeah.
So
Which
you take a
happens
break.
a lot.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
And then you take a break. Then
So,
you
like when I start a painting, it's going really well, but you get to a certain stage in a painting where you are adding little details. So it's like right in the middle of the painting, it could go really bad. Like you could mess the whole painting up, or you could make it really great. Just by like a few bad decisions, you could actually fuck the whole thing up.
Yeah.
So that part of the painting is where I'm more susceptible to losing motivation to finish it, and that's the hard part because I've got to focus.
Yeah.
You know, like so when it gets to that stage, I'm just white knuckling it.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do to make it any more easier on yourself.
Yeah.
Just put on some really good music or a really good podcast, something entertaining. Get your mind out of what you're thinking and just white knuckle it. have a little bit of a plan.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
Do
yes.
you gauge it before it happens?
Oh,
You're
I know
like,
it's coming
yeah,
every time. You get to a certain stage in a painting,
yeah.
and sometimes it happens right like before you finish a painting. Like you only have like maybe a couple of days to go on a painting, and you're just adding the final touches. And I'm thinking, no, this doesn't look finished, and it's just right on the, right on the edge of finishing a painting that can happen as well.
Mm.
And then it takes like an extra few weeks because cannot like you can't like everything you do to the painting just doesn't feel good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I get into that as well. So like that happens where I'm struggling with a few details at the end.
Right.
Yeah, but I always want it to be the best that it can be. Like I always paint every painting as if it's my last painting.
That's your last painting.
Yeah, so there's a lot of pressure.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the longest you've sat for one painting?
For one painting. I once finished a painting over a year.
Wow.
So yeah, it took me a whole year. But because I couldn't, I didn't have the skills to paint what I was painting. But that's the only way that you learn how to paint is. So I was painting jars and different like man-made objects are really difficult to paint.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a few rocks on a landscape, it's more forgiving. But if you're painting man-made objects that are specific, it's more difficult to paint. So yeah, I had to do a few practice sketches and practice paintings along the way on paper to finish this particular painting that I
Right.
really wanted to paint. So
How long ago was that?
that was back in TAFE. So like that was 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I really didn't have the skills back then.
Mm.
I just started, my painting journey back then. So like nowadays, I'm not silly enough to paint a painting that I don't have the skills for. I learned that on paper first.
Yeah.
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 And I prefer to stick to landscape because it's easier for my eyes, and also I like to like just add man-made objects to that. So like it's like maybe a cottage or a hut or just like a truck or something, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
but it's not like the whole painting is
Yeah, yeah.
man-made objects.
Yeah. You just get a human touch to it.
Just like something, but like not the whole painting. Otherwise, that will take me just over a year, which is just not productive.
But nowadays, like we were talking before, you do multiple ones.
Yeah, I do 2 or 3 paintings
two
at
or
a
three
time.
at a time, and then
Yeah.
you sort of finish them at a similar time, or you go one gets quickly done and the other one's taking a little bit longer.
Yeah, so I do like one or 2 small paintings and one larger painting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't ever give myself a time limit because I'll go grossly over the time limit and it just doesn't work for me. So like I just sometimes my smaller paintings can be more detailed than my actual larger paintings. So they could actually take longer. So yeah, I typically finish 5 to 6 paintings a year.
Now,
No.
that's your current rate. That's. Would you like to go more?
Of course, always.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to do more. Some of them are really large though.
Yeah.
So like they're pretty big and they're pretty involved with detail.
Yeah.
So, I think that's actually really good for me. 5 to 6 paintings a year.
Yeah.
I do feel that
Okay.
that is actually good.
What's the shortest time you've spent doing a painting?
Okay, well, so I did a painting on curtain lining once.
Curtain lining.
Yeah, because I like to experiment.
Yeah.
And I did this seal painting. There's a seal cruise over at Stanley. So they do. It's like a seasonal seal cruise. So you go out on the boat, and there's this little island full of seals at a certain time of year each year,
Right.
and
This
they're
is
just
around
there.
Stanley.
They're around Stanley.
Yeah.
So I did this seal cruise and took a really good photo of some seals.
Yeah.
And I finished this painting. It's only a black and white tone painting, but it's one of my best sellers. And I finished this painting in bloody 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know how I did it.
Was that because there was no color?
Oh, it had tones,
Mm.
but yeah, it didn't have a lot of color, but it was a really good painting.
Mm. Is that still on your website?
Yeah, I have a print of that on my website. It's
You do?
really just a good painting, and I just got everything, all the shapes of the seals and the whole vibe of it perfectly. Because the seals go there, they go to play.
Yeah.
They push each other off the
Yeah,
rocks.
yeah.
It's a good vibe, and that's what I did. I did this painting in 2 weeks, and I've never been able to do a bloody painting in 2 weeks since.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it really bloody annoys the heck out of me. Yeah.
And the one that took longest,
Yeah.
is that still on your website as well?
Yeah, so I have a print of that, and it's actually hanging on my wall over there. So
Oh, that one.
yeah, it took ages.
Wow. No, that is super interesting.
Yeah, that one's called Seduction of Indulgence. It's about overconsumption of substances.
Yep.
As you can see,
Yep.
it's like got a Willy Wonka sort of vibe
Ah.
in the candy store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
Wow. No, that.
yeah, that took, and I painted that in TAFE when I had like about 2 years experience in painting. So
22.
no,
2022.
2000, no, so back in like 2017, 18, 17, yeah, 17. So like it was my second year in TAFE, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I painted that. It was a bit ambitious at the time,
That's no that.
I
that
must
is
admit.
really detailed painting. A lot
Thank you.
different. A lot different than what I've seen you.
I know
done.
that one was for me.
Yeah.
I painted that one for myself.
Oh, so this is not for sale.
Oh, well, no, not the original, but the Prince of Versailles. That
Yeah.
one's in my private collection because
The
it
original
actually means something. Yeah, that's the original.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the actual original. Yeah, but I do sell prints of it. Yeah.
So you have a collection of paintings that you just keep for yourself,
Yeah, I do.
right?
I only have 2 or 3 in the collection at the moment, but yeah,
Or originals.
originals, yes. Yeah, because I like art too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I paint things that are like, well, different,
Yeah.
not typically Tasmanian landscape, but just like more symbolic or more about my inner journey. Because obviously I use my art as therapy as well. And that's a big part of like, just my own journey.
Yeah.
Like I said, yeah.
But also another thing that we do with the podcast is I ask the guest to sort of leave with a message for someone who is, say, a budding artist, or
Okay.
one who looks up to you, or not even is just listening out of a whim and then finds it interesting and wants to know more about you, or what do you think you'd leave?
Advice
the
for a budding
listeners?
artist?
For not just a budding artist, but what would you want to leave? It could be inspiration. It could be just the statement that you live by, the philosophy that you live by. It could be anything. Just whatever comes in your creative world.
Okay,
That
well,
you think should come out through
the
you.
biggest thing I would say is that if you have a love for art, don't sleep on it and just like follow that passion. And no matter what you're doing, you can still work a job and create. That's what I've been doing most of my life. And get yourself out there on social media with like Facebook buy and sells. People love that stuff. They eat it up. Seriously, if you want to like sell your artwork, go on there. And it is a lot of work to get your art out there, but it's not impossible. A lot of restaurants and venues will take your art and display it, and just keep going, keep creating. I've had a lot of doubts, but it hasn't kept me from doing what I love. Just do what you love, like go for it. You've got nothing to lose. Even if you're not like super confident in what you're doing, don't worry about it. Just keep going. Just do it anyway. I was never always great at what I do. I just actually have a lot of paintings that never saw the light of day. But that's okay. That's normal. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Is that good?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh,
You know,
that's
it's
great.
just simple, but
Yeah.
still very
Okay,
very
yeah.
beautiful. Just towards the end, do you have any exhibitions or any works coming out that we should be aware of? Look up for.
Well, my major exhibition is always over at the Cradle Mountain Wilderness Gallery. So I always have a room full of my art up there, my biggest collection. Other places you can see my art is in Wynyard at Amy's Cuisina, and Coles Bay at the tavern. There's a tavern in Coles Bay that has my artwork.
Right.
And also just like go to my website. I have all my art up there available. Exhibitions, I may have one at the Hotel Grand Chancellor later on this year. Yeah.
At Grand Chancellor.
Yeah, at the Hotel Grand Chancellor
Right.
in Hobart.
When is that?
I haven't got it completely
date
set
set.
up yet,
Yeah.
but like if you follow my Facebook or Instagram, I announce everything there. Yes.
All right. Right. Thank you so much.
Thank
you for
you.
your time.
This has been great.
Yeah, this has been so special. Like, you know, learning about everything about you, you know, and you know, obviously haven't tapped into so much more that you are, but whatever it has, it's been very insightful and
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
I'm happy to. Thank you for having me, and thank you for driving up all this way to do this interview with me. It's been beautiful.
Thank you so much. That's it, guys. This was Kate. She is special. She's very humbling, and also you could see that on her arts as well. But yeah, I feel fulfilled.
Thank you for watching.
I think yeah. Thanks for watching as well, and I'll see you next time. Peace.